Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Bay State Media pregame show. As we are normally all here for you boys every single fucking Sunday.
Yes,
Clap it up real
Yes,
sir.
quick.
sir.
Clap it up real quick.
Oh yeah.
And you already should know today we have to do what we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Three, two, one. Let's get
Negative.
negative. All right. Listen. The Patriots defense today. My oh my, do we have a lot to work on today?
Very much so.
Holy
Yes.
shit. These
Yes.
walkthroughs, that practice, McDaniels, Vrabel, they're going to put that team through a lot of goddamn Indian sprints, a lot of cardio this week. Because I'll tell you one thing, this Pats team, even though I'll be honest, I saw it coming considering how the defense played against Miami. I saw this kind of loss coming. Honestly,
Right.
against an offense who is more talented than you are. Let's just
Absolutely.
look at the roster up and down. You got Kenneth Gainwell.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, Super Bowl appearance type of player. He
Mm-hmm.
contributed to a Super Bowl winning team.
Yes.
To our friend here, Ants Eagles. So,
Mm-hmm.
you got a
Yeah.
Super Bowl caliber player. You got DK Metcalf. If I'm not mistaken, an all pro, a pro bowler.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, with that also being said, you got Jalen Warren, a guy who proved himself with touches in the backfield that he shared with another running back 50-50. But, or you
Mhm.
could say 60-40 to be obviously more accurate. But
Right.
he still got enough touches where were we able to see this week how valuable he was to this offense? I think so, absolutely. I think their game plan definitely this week was to stop at all costs Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren.
Right.
And to be honest, it
Yeah.
didn't seem like it really worked. That was really the sad part about this Pats game. But as I digress a little bit to you guys, I definitely want to bring up something interesting that I saw. Drake May, brother, I'll be honest, Drake May. If you can hear me, you ever watch this, you're seeing this, you hear this on 98.5 or W something, telling you, brother, you have improved. I'm going to be honest.
He
The
did.
line did not you do you justice today.
Mm-hmm.
To be real, last week where you put up 33 points, the line a lot of the time did you justice. And there were certain plays I was questionable about, skeptical about. We went and broke down the film. That's all well and good, right? This week, the way that brother was stepping up in the pocket. I will tell you one thing. That man right there, that is the improvement we want to see from Drake May.
Right.
Make plays happen. Score points when your offensive line might be shit. You
Mm-hmm.
can show us this because we drafted you a top 5 pick.
Right.
You 100% have to show us that you can do these things on the field. And I'm glad this week Drake May at least brought his fucking A game.
He did.
I'm not sure about anybody else this week, dog, except for honestly the second year player and the rookie. Because despite how bad the offensive line played, Will Campbell was excellent today. He was excellent today.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
sir.
was very good today.
He
And in
was.
the third game from a top 5 pick, that is what you want to see from an offensive lineman today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to the rest of his line, let him down. That's
Mhm.
fine. It's cool. But this is why I think it was a bad idea to give up Cole Strange. Yes, I get the physical part. Yeah, he's aging, but could maybe have that been a locker room presence that probably could have benefited the line? It probably could have been
Right.
1,000%. So, yeah, I have some skepticism about the offensive line and how it's going to hold up because today, a lot of the times they gave Drake May zero fucking chance to score today. They gave
Right.
Drake May zero chance at times to make a play. So,
Mm-hmm.
how did you guys feel about the Steelers game? I will say one thing. Steelers defense looked dominant today. Obviously, I know people are going to say it's the Pats offense, but they put up 33 points last week. I
Right.
think a lot of people thought the Pats were going to come in hot at home.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just know the way that the Steelers defense has been scoring the past 2 weeks. And, they scored 17 points last week against the Seahawks, which is obviously not a crazy number, but it's enough of a number after they put up 30 plus. And I get it, it was the Jets, but still, that first week when they put up 30 plus points, it was a telltale sign the maximal potential of this offense, even though it was week one.
Right.
So the fact
Yeah.
that this Patriots offense was able to contain a lot of what it was, defense, this Patriots defense was able to contain a lot of what it was able to contain. I want to get your guys' thoughts on now that we're looking at this third week of the season, right?
Yeah.
Is this Patriots defense a problem? Or is the offense the problem? Because you've seen the last 3 weeks, it's been a flip flop.
Mm-hmm.
So to get you guys' opinion, like I'm really curious to hear how you guys feel about that.
Well, honestly, it just in this game alone, it starts with the offense, right? And if you take away the 5 turnovers, the offense actually flowed.
Yep.
You add in all 5 turnovers, it hurts the stats, right?
Yep.
Ramondre Stevenson fumbling on the first play of the game will not do you justice. Why? Because where he fumbled, that was an easy 7 points right there, damn near in fucking in the Steelers red zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get 7 points right there. Boom, that's one. You have Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
He goes down the field towards the end of the first half, and he throws a pick. Obviously, it was tipped. It was gonna be a good throw, and it probably would have been a touchdown. But because Cam Hayward, the Hall of Famer, gets a hand on it, it leads to a pick. Okay, boom. That's the second turnover. Ramondre Stevenson in the third quarter they go down the field. He fumbles on the goal line. Boom. Antonio Davis fumbles on his on one of his only carries of the game. That hurts. And then obviously Drake May fumbling, getting strip sacked by TJ Watt. You know that you're in no man's land when TJ Watt's coming at you. So in this case right now, the offense, for that, if they just limit the turnovers and stop fumbling the fucking ball, especially Ramondre Stevenson, it's a totally different game.
Right.
I will say for the defense, overall, it seemed like the front four today kind of struggled a little bit. They kind of let that Steelers O-line kind of bully him. Milton Williams did have a strip sack of Aaron Rodgers, but it got negated because Alex Austin, who had a pretty bad game, gets flagged for holding. And that's one. And I believe he had 3 holding calls today. So when you're making bonehead penalties on third downs, or even on plays where really it shouldn't either be holding, pass interference, whatnot, it's going to hurt you. That's why Christian Gonzalez being missing for the first few weeks of the year so far it's hurt this defense, but it ultimately hurt them today because for the most part, DK Metcalf, when he was targeted and did get his hands on the ball, had his way with them, and then Calvin Austin in the end for the game-winning touchdown just blew by Marcus Jones. Like, if Christian Gonzalez is out there, at least it might put Carlton Davis on the number 2 receiver and Christian Gonzalez on the number 1. Because when you have your number 2 going against the number 1 receiver, and then when you have a backup DB going against the number 2 wide receiver, most of the time, if they're really good, you're going to get hurt. And ultimately, that's what happened today. So the defense overall, it had its struggles. Robert Spillane actually stepped up a little bit today with 15 tackles. I don't think he missed the tackle. But, the defense, truthfully, the offense has to limit the turnovers, but the defense, the back end of the defense has to really improve. They do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think, bro? Oh, there he goes. Well, with that being said, right?
Yep.
I will say one thing, even though he's got the Steelers versus Patriots banner up here.
Yeah.
If he finds his way back in, we'll see. But for right now, I will say, interestingly enough, today there is an interesting stat line.
Uh-huh.
I would like to look at here.
Uh-huh.
Now, some people might look at this like, oh, I'm overreacting, and oh, he's not that athletic. Bro, Drake May had 7 for 45 on the ground today, bro. He was literally our leading rusher.
Yeah.
That's a fucking problem.
Right.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
This is a problem. This is an issue.
Yeah.
7 for 40. Bro, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro?
Right. What are we doing?
There's no way Drake May should be the leading rusher every week, bro. There's no way he should be leading our team in rushing touchdowns right now. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's zero way, bro. None. It's inexcusable, dog. For the coaching staff we brought, the players we brought in here with their experience, how experienced they are. They've been part of winning cultures, winning teams, Super Bowl teams, Milton Williams, a couple of these guys, Gonzo, Carlton Davis, NFC Championship appearance, fucking playoff player, divisional appearance. You got goddamn Antonio Gibson, no slouch and no disappearance or no unwherewithal of him being on a good team. He was on the Commanders, a team that was very, very good at the time until they had injuries at quarterback.
Right.
And they had to throw Sam Howell in. So Antonio Gibson at least has been on a team that's been good enough to at least have the potential. So for me, I know he's not a workhorse back. I know he's not a guy you're going to give a million touches to.
Right.
But we need to start reevaluating this position if Travion Henderson is getting 11 and Gibson's getting 7 carries and
Right.
Stevenson's getting 4. Why do Gibson and Henderson have the same amount of yards at 28 and Stevenson, the most experienced, probably? Well, I think Gibson probably has a couple years on him. But Stevenson, who's been the most in this experience in the system, this offense, these people, the coaching staff, the organization, some of it might be a little new.
Yeah.
But it's not new enough to you where you're the third worst running back on the depth chart in week 3, where you have a rookie and an older guy who needs to prove himself for touches, which did not help his fucking case fumbling today.
Nope.
And I know Drake May threw an interception, but honestly, I'm not really sure if that interception was his fault on the naked eye test.
Right.
No, I will say when we go back to watch the All 22 this week and we go do our Drake May film breakdown, I'm sure we will probably catch the problem when we watch the film.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say no. Even with that interception, it actually when the ball came out, it was actually a good throw because it was to Kayshon Boutte and the DB. It was number 26. I can't tell you.
He caught a Rick. So okay, yeah. So this is what happened.
Yeah.
Drake May, he saw the play happening, and actually, Kayshon Boutte had his man beat. You guys will see this on film this week, this upcoming week. He had his man beat. 26 was in no man's land.
Yeah.
He was stuck in the flat, and Boutte had beat him upfield. But even though Boutte beat him upfield, when May saw that, his timing was perfect, bro. When May saw the play formulate and he stepped like in the pocket, you'll see on the play, he moved and shifted himself a little bit, which we'll get into that in the film breakdown. But that's another thing I want to mention real quick before Ant helps us move on to the next game here is Drake May's ability to step up and reset the pocket today might have been the best game I've seen him do that his whole entire career so far.
Yeah.
The way he was just, bro, he was wheeling and dealing.
I
mean, his eyes were downfield the whole game. There's specific plays I could tell you from the Dolphins week last week that I saw it too, which you guys will see on the film breakdown, the comparison of this week and last week.
Yep.
Bro, Drake May has this one specific play. I'll spell it out for you guys because I know we don't have time to get to the film. But this play, right, it was one of the first drives of the game. And I think the craziest part about that whole thing was that Drake May was able to, instead of making himself immediately a runner, he found a way to reset himself inside a pocket to be able to get the ball and drive it downfield, which was a thing we saw the first game was a problem. And then the second, last year, that was very much an issue, but he was a rookie. So obviously we take that shit with a grain of salt. You feel me? We take last year with a grain of salt. He's now coming into a second year. So these are the type of improvements you want to see from a guy who is a top 5 pick. You want to see these little things. If we can program him to take what the defense gives him, like we did for Brady, even though he's literally 10 times far more athletic than Tom Brady ever was.
Oh, for sure.
You can't tell me he's not a threat on the ground, bro.
He is.
Yeah. He is a threat. Like Justin Herbert. This year, he's showing the same thing. And I would have loved to see Drake May. He did a read option with Ramondre Stevenson on the first drive of the last game. And you guys will see that tomorrow. But I would have loved to see him in that situation where the outside linebacker, if I'm not mistaken, it was Ingold. I could be wrong. But at number 2 on the Dolphins, I forget his name.
Bradley Chubb.
Oh, Bradley Chubb. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Bradley Chubb.
You're good.
Yeah, absolutely. Bradley Chubb. Yep. From the Broncos. Bradley Chubb, former Bronco. He stepped up to go take Stevenson on the read option. And May had green grass. So green, he probably, honestly, if he got away quick enough, he probably would have scored a touchdown. Real shit. So I think they're not challenging him to be athletic enough. I think they're trying to teach him how to drive the ball downfield in different looks. Because remember, it's a second year. So you got to learn all the looks. You got to learn what can be run out of all these looks. You got to know what teams like to go to and press to.
Right.
So, I take some of that stuff with a little bit of a grain of salt being a second-year quarterback. But he had a double back look in a 3 wide receiver shotgun set. And I think May could have hit Matt Collins if Matt Collins was about a yard deep or two deeper. But,
Hmm.
May takes the check down as he should to Ramondre Stevenson in that situation last game against
Right.
the Dolphins. And he takes what's given underneath, which Brady made a living and a fucking career out of.
Yeah.
Literally. Ask Shane Vereen. Ask James White. Ask Lawrence Maroney. Ask Corey Dillon. The niggas will tell you. Bro made a living and made a Hall of Fame career off of taking what the defense gave you.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of that next week, which there's a couple other instances I'll show next week. But what did you guys see from Drake May? That's what I saw today. But what did you guys see from Drake May today that stood out to you? Other than maybe the pocket presence, what stood out to you today?
Honestly, what stood out to me is making the quick reads. What I noticed about Drake May, especially really throughout the whole year, but especially the last 2 weeks, whenever he saw a guy open, it looked like he was looking around with his eyes, left and right. But as soon as he pinpointed somebody was open, he gave him an opportunity very quickly.
Yep.
You didn't see a lot of hesitation. You didn't see a lot of indecisiveness. You saw the ball come out quick. Now, if the receivers made the catches, great. If the receivers dropped balls or, especially at the end of the game with Demario Douglas somehow deciding to go up the field for a couple yards and then try to, get back, step back to try to get out of a tackle and lose some yards, that's on them. But he gave his receivers opportunity to win today. A lot of them didn't. A lot of the receivers executed, especially Hunter Henry having 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys didn't, especially guys like Demario Douglas, who honestly his position right now on the offense is kind of up in the air right now. So let's see what happens with him next week. But overall, Drake May, he's really coming into his own. He really is. You can see that there has been a step forward in year 2, especially the last couple weeks. I know week 1 against the Raiders, he kind of looked like last year's Drake May a tad bit in terms of the indecisiveness and kind of, not taking what the defense was giving him, especially with using his legs. But you can tell that this kid is really starting to learn the offense, started to get where everybody's supposed to go.
Yep.
It's kind of to his standard. He's looking like the Drake May that he should be looking like. I will say also what I want to see more from Drake May is I want to see more, if able to, if guys are open downfield, trust your receivers downfield. He trusted Kayshon Boutte last week on a go route in the red zone. Try to see if these guys, if Kayshon Boutte, Matt Collins, and especially if he gets on the field, Kyle Williams can get up the field and trust and him to trust these receivers, because these guys have to really spread the field more. They have to start running a lot more deeper to really put pressure on the defense. If we're just worried about routes being run over the middle, in short routes and whatnot, yeah, you get yards, you gain yards, but at the same time, you're not doing as much to really pressure these defenses. Josh McDaniels has to start sending these guys on, some of these guys on some more go routes, post routes to really stretch the field. So that's what I want to see more of as an offense. I'd say for him, I want to continue. I want to see more of him, more of Drake May, at least using his eyes and really looking towards the whole field. And obviously, if guys aren't open, continue to use his legs. Because I tell you, he's like Maury said, he's not Tom Brady. He's not a guy that is able to sit in the pocket, move around in the pocket like he did and find open guys. He can do that, yes, but he has more of a threat to use his legs and rush for first downs and run for gains of maybe 15, 20 yards and possibly even longer than that. So I want to see more of that from him. It's off to a good start. Everybody else on that offense just really has to put everything together to help this team win, and even the defense.
Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah,
and it's tough having to also say that too when you got an Eagles fan over here who. Oh, we gonna get into that, brother.
Yeah, fuck that.
We gonna get into that. But first, talk to me real quick, bro. What did you see in this Steelers and Patriots game, and from an Eagles fan perspective? And how did this game affect you in terms of looking at other teams across the league? And you guys are defending champs, so you guys got a bullseye on your back, bro. You guys got a target on your back.
Yeah.
So in this week, as you saw, having a target on your back, what did you maybe what did you see from the Steelers and the Patriots? Maybe that okay, these two teams might be legit, or these two teams are still ass.
Um, I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the game, so I can't give too much of a crazy perspective on that.
Yeah.
But judging by how the score went, it looked like it was just kind of like, eh, like, like it was kind of meh.
Yeah.
Like obviously the Steelers went up 14-0 at one point, and I was like, okay, dang, Aaron Rodgers kind of on the ass. So I was like, okay, that's like the Patriots struggling a bit there,
Right.
and then they started coming back a little, and they made it 14-14. I was like, okay, this might be a decent game,
Right.
and then it just kind of like went a standstill till eventually the Steelers got a late game touchdown, and I was like, oh, I mean, and then obviously that was kind of the game.
Right.
So
Right.
to me, I mean, I feel like yeah, Aaron Rodgers' first game was pretty good, but after the Seahawks and then this game against the Patriots has been kind of iffy somewhat because he had 2 touchdowns, but he also had a pick today.
Right.
So
Right.
it's been going at the Steelers' perspective. I'm still not even quite sure what to think of their defense yet, and I'm not quite sure what to think of Aaron Rodgers and their offense yet.
Right.
They're not fully convincing to me yet. The Patriots, I mean, not to be that guy, but y'all are 1-2.
Yeah.
So I like it's just it's been kind of tough for you guys. So
No, yeah. A lot of shooting. A lot of
um,
us. A lot of times the Pats are shooting themselves in the foot.
And I
Especially,
think that's a
exactly.
result of personnel.
yeah.
I don't think that's a result of we can't do it.
Yeah.
I think it's a result of personnel.
Yes.
And it comes down to Gibson might just have to get more touches to show this nigga, like, yo, you're getting benched, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, like genuinely, I don't like, and honestly, we tried this with him before, so
Yeah.
we don't even know if that would work.
Right.
So, in terms of, for those who don't know who I'm talking about, excuse me, Ramondre Stevenson,
Yes.
like, it just no way the Patriots believe with how many times he's put the ball on the ground that he is reliably the back going forward in the running game. Now, dog, there is a play I will break down next episode, but Ramondre Stevenson is such a threat in the pass game,
Yes.
and he's so important for pass blocking out of shotgun sets.
Yes.
You cannot give him up. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. He's put the ball on the ground more times than we would like.
Yes.
But in the past, before this year, he was force-fed the ball a lot.
Yes.
We didn't have anybody else to give the ball to. And he was literally our only dual threat player on offense besides Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
So what were we going to do? Mac Jones can't run. The offensive line was shit. Antonio Gibson wasn't what he was this year while he's sharing the workload with a rookie who is trying to prove himself literally that he's better than these two, which, if you ask me, I genuinely think Henderson should be at this point in week 3 running back 1.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be a fucking question.
Yeah.
So you look at that side of things and you just ask, like, how deep can this go? But, the Patriots definitely have to go back to the drawing board. We'll get into more deeper that all this week. But what we're going to do is do a quick little roundtable of a couple little games. So what we're going to do is, right now, Mr. Ant, Eagles fan.
Yes.
I got a lot to say about y'all niggas right now, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet because we got to get to this night game right here in Discord. But I will say one thing, bro. Today, Narrow, let's clap it up. Let's get negative.
Wow.
Yo, your defense is a problem, gang.
Yeah.
Your defense is a
it
real
really
problem,
was
gang.
today. It really was
Your
today.
secondary, no, don't whoa me. Your secondary,
No,
don't know me. No,
No,
your
I'm knowing
secondary is a
you.
real issue. No, you're
I'm knowing you.
no, no, no,
I'm
no. Your
knowing you.
secondary is a real problem.
I'm
Your
knowing
secondary
you.
is a real problem. Let me
I'm
okay.
gonna know you.
Listen. Let me just read you some shit. It'll make you understand, so you're not so biased because you love your boys. Because I've been
Right.
honest about my Chiefs all year, and I've
Right.
been right. I
Uh-uh.
just want you to be honest with yourself for a second, brother. We all got to hold each other accountable here in Bay State Media, brother.
Sure.
You gave up 356 yards today. You gave up 5.5 per
Mhm.
play.
Mm-hmm.
That's both rushing
Okay.
and passing. You gave up
Okay.
196 passing yards to your team had 202. So that right there, 6 yard
Uh,
discrepancy. 6 yard discrepancy. Not huge
okay.
whatsoever. Equal. Rushing yards.
Okay.
They outrushed y'all 160 to 86. They had more first downs than y'all, 22 to 19.
They
You
did.
guys were better in third down efficiency. But when you
Um,
look at that, then you go to these, right? The Rams had 4 penalties. You guys had 5.
um,
You
sure.
guys lost 1 fumble. They lost 0. That right there,
Okay.
difference in the game. Those team stats is the difference in the game. Y'all thought you were so indefensible, so unbeatable, so this and that and the so forth,
I
right?
ain't say that.
I'll be honest. Listen, I'll
I
be
ain't say
honest.
that. I don't know
Listen.
who told you that. I ain't say
No,
that.
no, 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 no. That's how y'all niggas been
Hey,
acting. Nah, nah,
hey,
nah, nah,
hey,
nah.
look,
No,
look,
no,
look,
no, no.
look, look,
No, no,
look,
no, brother.
look.
No, the Discord would say
Oh, no,
otherwise.
no,
The
no,
Discord,
me.
the panelists
No,
would
no,
say
no, no, me.
otherwise.
Right.
They would say
No,
otherwise,
no, no,
brother.
no, me. I ain't saying none of that.
Talk to
You
me.
ain't
Talk to
saying
me.
none of that,
And
nigga.
Talk to
I,
me.
Stop.
I'm
and
gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear you out. Talk to me. Talk to me.
look, look. All right. First half, not great, obviously. And the beginning of the third quarter, not great. Not great. I will admit, it was pretty ugly. It was bad. Our fans were booing them. It was bad. It was really bad. Um, However, the way Vic Fangio's defense is set up, the defense did his job because
You sure?
mainly
You
Vic
just hear those
Fangio's
stats?
defense.
More like the
Hold
special
on,
teams did their
hold
job.
on, hold on. Vic Fangio's defense is set up to stop the defense in the red zone. Like when it gets to the red zone, boom, you stop them, force a field goal, whatever.
Mhm.
Yes, the Rams got down the field a decent amount, a nice amount, you know. Puka Nakua, Tyron Williams, Blake Corum, Devontae Adams. They hurt us a little bit.
Yeah.
When you put it together, it's a good offense. Why are we like they're a good offense? And Matthew Stafford at the helm, I mean, what can we do? Right? So they got down the field on us a nice amount. Their defense early on, pretty good. Our offense couldn't find it out. As the first half stats tell you, -1 passing yards. Not great. Not great. And you can't do that against everyone.
Nope.
But hear me out. Second half, resiliency.
Right.
Switch up the game plan. Catch them off guard. That's what we did. Because we were more we were more conservative with our plays in the first half. Second half, okay. Kevin Patullo goes like, you know what? I'm gonna finally let Jalen rip it. I'm gonna finally let Jalen rip. He lets Jalen rip. Boom, boom. AJ Brown. AJ Brown finally goes off. Devontae Smith gets some of his. Dallas Goddard gets a touchdown. Like it starts getting better. It starts getting better. Defense starts locking in because after that, realistically, the defense in the second half didn't even allow all that much when you think about it. In the second half, they didn't allow that much. All right. Kyron Williams had that touchdown, but that was mainly because Jared Verse had that forced fumble and the fumble that was basically in their red zone. So that was kind of bad. That kind of had me pissed at first,
Right.
and you know, whatever kind of ensued from there. But rest of the game, we just get down the field on them. Boom, boom. AJ Brown, Dallas Goddard, quick drive. Then I think we forced a 3-and-out, or I don't know. We forced the Rams to give the ball back to us, right? There you go. Boom. Get down the field again. Boom, boom, boom. Saquon a little bit. Get it to Smitty a little bit. Get it to AJ a lot. Get AJ a touchdown. Boom. Out of nowhere. 5-point game. All right. Resiliency. I'm like, okay, we're back. We're back a little bit. AJ Brown, he's getting his targets. He's getting his receptions. We doing something here. And then like, like we were in the game from there on. From there on. Like that was the team that won the Super Bowl to me right there in that second half. Because Jalen was letting it rip. Yes, Saquon did not have the greatest game in the world. Matter of fact, he kind of had an off game, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like I said, the team that I saw win the Super Bowl, that was that team. And did Saquon go off in the Super Bowl? No. No. But we did what we had to do. We let it rip. We let it rip. We let them passing yards get up from -1 to like 200 something. So in the matter of a half.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, we feeling more confident. With defense is starting to feel more confident. They're starting to get more stops. Jordan Davis is turning into a monster.
Yeah.
Got I was like, okay, we doing something here. Now there was this moment where like we forced them to turn it over on 4th down. Okay, whatever. Then we turn it over on downs. I'm like, okay, whatever. Next thing you know, we forced them to kick a field goal. Jordan Davis blocks it. We're lit. We go down the field on a good like 6-minute drive
Mhm.
and get it. And boom, Devontae Smith touchdown. We're up. And I'm chilling. I'm cool. I'm lit. I'm lit, actually. I'm not chilling. I'm lit. Then the Rams get down the field on us a little bit. I'm like, okay, damn. And then they get in the field goal position, and I'm like, okay, damn. It kind of started feeling like the playoffs all over again. Whenever they almost got a game-winning drive, I was like, oh damn. But then, next thing you know, they go for the field goal. We ice them a little bit. They go for the field goal. Jordan Davis, boom, blocks it, takes it all the way back, touchdown. All I'm gonna say is,
Shout out special teams.
I think we looked
That's a
all right.
long way to say. That's a long way to say. Shout out to special teams, nigga. That's a
Hey, and
long
our
way to say.
passing
Shout
game,
out to the
and
special
our
teams.
passing game, and
Yeah,
our
no, no,
passing
no,
game.
no. Don't lie.
And I
Don't
said,
lie.
He
Jordan,
said, no, no,
hold
no,
on, hold
no,
on,
nigga,
hold
No,
on,
no,
no.
hold on,
don't
hold
lie.
on, hold on.
That
No,
was a
Hold
long
on.
way to say. Shout out to the special teams who saved our fucking
Hey,
ass from being
look,
ass on both sides of the ball for fucking
hey,
3 weeks
look.
straight. No, I
Their
get it. You guys are a
defense,
good
the
team.
defense held it down
No,
in the
no,
second
not
half.
giving up. No, no,
Yes.
you lost in every. No, you lost in every defensive stat to this
Look,
team today. No, like
the defense held
delusionality.
it
You're
down in
getting to
the
like
second half. Did the Rams score
no,
more than
you're
7
getting to
points
like
in the
last
second
year
half?
Chiefs territory, bro. Like the delusionality, you're
No,
getting to like last year Chiefs
no.
territory. Like,
Right.
look how many
Oh
Chiefs
my
fans
goodness.
didn't wake up after last year. Look at this year. Like, this is one of those years for y'all Eagles fans. Like, yo, y'all not dominate the league like how y'all dominate last year. I'm just telling you. This Rams
No, we're
game,
not,
no,
obviously.
these
The
first three
first two
games showed
games
you.
were shaky.
Bro,
The
these first
first
three
two,
games showed you that.
these
What do you mean,
first three
yo?
games were shaky. I know. We got to find a rhythm. And after that one, I feel like we're gonna find a rhythm
What?
because
Nigga, you said that this
yeah,
week.
huh?
You said that. You said that about this week. Y'all
I
niggas was
know,
scraping.
I
Y'all wasn't
know, and
comfortably just getting the lead. Y'all niggas was scraping to win this
obviously,
game
we
today.
didn't find a rhythm because we didn't. I mean, to be honest, that Chiefs game ugly, Cowboys game ugly. I'm not gonna
This
hold.
game, ugly.
The
This was
beginning of this
ugly.
game,
Just because you
ugly.
guys got a W doesn't mean it was ugly. It wasn't ugly.
It was ugly. It was ugly. I
Yo,
won't lie.
Jalen Hurts still got some
But what
question marks, bro. He still got some question marks, dog.
he still got
I
some
was so
question
yo.
marks,
Listen, as a
but
Chiefs
he's
fan who
showing
came in here,
improvement.
after week 1, and I had to sit
Um,
here and I had to tell niggas after that first game
um,
Jalen Hurts had, I had to tell niggas, and I should have knew better. You know
Yeah.
why I should have knew better, Ant? Because I knew this nigga Jalen
sure.
Hurts was the benefit of a good team. I know he's not the type of quarterback to elevate his whole entire team like Joe Burrow, like Josh Allen, like Lamar Jackson. When he has less talent around him, he's not the guy you would 100% look towards to go start a team or to go be on a team where he can actually elevate the guys around him. I
Right.
get it. It's great. You got Devontae Smith, literally, arguably, damn near arguably, one of the best college players in fucking college football history. AJ Brown is an all-pro, 5 years straight, all-pro. You got fucking Saquon Barkley, who is arguably, literally, the most talented running back in the history of the fucking football league, bro. And you mean to sit here and tell me this is not a problem that Jalen Hurts can't elevate his team to dominating, resounding wins that actually, right here, we sitting here talking about right now. And this is
The
why my
Rams are a good
MVP
team.
take
Well, yeah, we're not
my
gonna
MVP
dominate
take
every
is
team.
dead. I have to sit here and say today, my
I mean,
MVP take is dead.
yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, like, there's
It's
better
dead.
quarterbacks. I'm not gonna
I'm
say he's gonna win
upset.
the MVP.
No, I'm upset. It's a QB award. I'm upset. You're supposed to be the best player on the best team. Nigga, I'm upset that your best player is a running back. I'm upset. Because as a Chiefs fan, we don't got that luxury, nigga. We beat y'all without that
Okay.
luxury, nigga. So I did.
Okay.
So it's confusing to me.
Uh huh.
Why now we can make all these excuses and oh, we just got it done because Jordan Davis saved their ass. What happens if he didn't? What
Rams
happens if he
game.
didn't?
Rams kick a field goal to win the game.
If he don't make some sort of crazy ass fucking play, what happens? They lose.
Right.
And it's not because of Jordan Davis. It's not because of the last play of the game. Everybody, if Jordan Davis doesn't make that play, everybody is going to go back to the drawing board and look at every single play that Hurts and everybody else gave up in the game to give the game up. They're going to look at that.
Okay.
I just think Jalen Hurts, like, there has to be a moment where this man shows me he's just unstoppable no matter what he does. No matter where he goes and taps his feet on the field, no matter who he throws to, no matter who gets handed off the ball, I need this nigga to show me, yo, bro, there is no one that can stop you, and there is nobody that can do anything. To sit here and say, oh shit, okay, you know what? It doesn't matter who we put in front against this guy. It doesn't matter how many guys we blitz this guy with. He's gonna make the right play. That's what a great quarterback does. And I feel like he saw that the first week.
Those moments. Those moments are gonna come.
I did, but when are they going to be consistent, bro? You have a guy in Joe Burrow who was the best quarterback in the league last year. He carried his team to a playoff with no offensive line, no defense. He literally, by scenario, missed out on the playoffs. Excuse the scenario shit, the Bengals make the playoffs. Excuse the scenario, the Bengals make the playoffs. That's all. Like, that is a QB. Like, he literally was like, I don't care how bad we are. I'm going to do everything I fucking can. With 4,800 yards and almost 50 touchdowns, he did everything he could. And you look back on it, and I don't know if Jalen Hurts did everything he could this week, bro. There's a lot of plays I look at, and I'm like, you could have had that. Maybe could have so-and-so been there on a specific route. Yeah, probably, because I know A.J. Brown's more of a brute. He's more of a downfield physical guy. I know Devontae Smith is more of like he's more of like a slice and dice type of guy. Like, he's going to cut you up in the areas of the field like you least expect. He's going to get there to those spots. He's going to get there to, and I felt like that was a beautiful job by Devontae Smith the last 2 weeks of doing that, right? He did an amazing job of doing that. But to me, Hurts has to be a guy where, okay, AJ Brown can't get it done.
Yep.
So can't get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I got to do it. I don't give a fuck how open this nigga is or how open he isn't. I got to do it. That's the weight and the pressure you get as a QB. That's why I like playing wide receiver, by the way, chat.
Right.
It's a little bit less pressure. Like you throw it an inch off. Like I could sit there and scream at you and be like, "Nigga, you suck," and then but like
same reason I play
but
running back too. No cap. That's right.
and narrow as you know. Look at him right behind him. Mr. Running Back Lexington High, bro. Very bona fide, nice player, bro. Awesome player, bro. Very talented.
Yeah.
Could honestly very, very well could have gone D1. Very truthfully. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, as much as I was on the Hurst high horse as a Chiefs fan, dude, it's because I wanted to see him succeed and actually really show throughout the first couple of weeks. Like, all right, bro, there's no questions asked. Yo, you are that guy. You went to the Super Bowl last year, but it's just like, it looks like more and more, bro. He's a product of what's around him. And I'm not knocking him for that at all. I'm not knocking him for that. He knows how to win games.
Right.
I can't sit here and knock him and be like, oh, he sucks. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say he sucks. But the ability to win games for the Eagles, as so showed today, as so showed last week, that week 1 was glorious. They won on the strength of Jalen Hurts. But the last 2 weeks, I don't know, bro. He's come back down to earth. So I think that the Rams today, they showed they might be a contender, bro.
Right.
I mean, Jared Verse had 6 tackles, 4 solo, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the defensive line, the nose tackle, I forget his name, he had a sack. He had a couple tackles. Then you look at the other defensive end on the other side of Jared Verse. He had like 5 tackles, 4 solo, and fucking. I guess the Rams defense might be more legit than we all thought today. Honestly, I get that they gave up 33 points to the Eagles, who actually is an okay team to give up 33 points to, because considering the Eagles scored, even though they scored 20 last week, there's definitely room for more as a Chiefs fan, I will tell you. There was room for more.
27 because of the block field goal.
Yeah, agreed. Right. So that right there, like I said, last week could have been way worse than what the score indicates. Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and lie. That absolutely could have been the case last week. But the first week, remember we were sitting in Discord and I was like, yo, this nigga is wheeling dealing. This nigga is fucking making every right decision. He's throwing to this nigga in this spot. Bro, what happened to the Jalen Hurts of week 1? What happened?
Second half.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, yo, that whole game, that Cowboys game. Bro, but you can't do that, bro. If you're going to split hairs, you can't just be like, oh, okay. This is the second half. Bro, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, some of these other guys, y'all want to put this man in his breath with?
I'm not exactly putting him in
he's 5th.
That breath, per se.
Don't get me wrong, he's 5th.
Right.
He's definitely 5th. I'm not going to sit here and lie to niggas.
Right.
It's Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, and Patty. Those are the 4, bro. Like, he's a little bit looking on the outside, looking in. As an individual player, talent-wise. Excuse team accolades. Excuse just, like, individual accolades. Look at the X's and O's. Look at it across the board. There's no way you could put him above 5 in 1 through 4. You can't.
I agree.
So
I'm not okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I think today that was very evident and apparent. The stats tell a different number. 226 and 3 touchdowns is cool. I get it, but like,
yeah,
there was no dominance at any point where I felt like, okay, Jalen Hurts is so good, they can't lose this game. I felt like that in the Super Bowl as a Chiefs fan. Nigga, I'll tell you straight up. I felt that way in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I knew when they put up 20 points on the board and they reached the 20 plateau, I was like, yeah, no, this is it. That's it. Pack it up. Good night. Me and Ant was in Discord. I almost wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry in front of my nigga. You feel me? Like I had to keep it cool. You know what I mean? I had to keep it cool. But
That would have been a sad sight, no cap.
no. All jokes aside, yeah. All jokes and debates aside, bro. I think Jalen Hurts, this game doesn't help him in his case to win MVP. Was basically my whole point. So, do
Mhm.
you guys still think, Ant, we'll go with you first real quick, and then we'll go to Nero, and then we'll get out of here. But, Ant,
Okay. Mhm.
what do you think, bro, about Jalen Hurts in the last 2 games? Do you feel like he still has some sort of campaign to give for the MVP? Or do you feel like right now, you as an Eagles fan, he should only be concerned on winning a Super Bowl? And then Nero can also ask the same, answer the same.
Well, I could give an answer that my dad would give.
Yeah, please do. Talk your
Because
shit. Absolutely. This your
see,
platform.
what my dad thinks, right, is basically the latter of what you said.
Okay.
Focus on winning games, right?
Hmm.
Because what my dad thinks is that like it doesn't matter that like say like what Josh Allen does in every AFC championship he loses to the Chiefs. He didn't beat the Chiefs. At the end of the day, he didn't win the game.
It wasn't his
In
fault,
his
though.
perspective,
It wasn't his fault, though.
yeah. But in his perspective, right, the game was lost. The game wasn't won. He wanted to QB who's gonna go out there and know to win. And
Do you remember the rule
despite the
change?
flashy stats,
Do you remember the rule change?
I do.
Why did they change the rule, Ant? Tell me.
Wait, which rule change? There's a lot of rule
Why did
changes.
they change the overtime rule? Tell me. Tell me. I want to see if you're
Because
gonna lie.
the coin flip because Josh Allen. Damn. What was
No.
it?
Yeah. If Josh Allen had the ball in 2 of
Uh,
these games because of the
uh,
rules, bro, the rules. If the rules were different and he had one more chance to score the ball,
yeah,
bro, you have no idea, bro. He's never gone
that is
up
true.
against a game winning or a game tying drive against Mahomes in the playoffs and failed. It's
Right.
been his defense every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm not even lying. I'm being straight honest with you. Like, he did everything he could 300 yards, 400 yards, 100 rushing and a 100 rushing touchdown, and 200 yards and two pass. Bro, he did everything in his goddamn power with less talent to try and actually. Yo, if we don't like, I think Josh Allen is saying to himself, even this year, as you can see in the Bills and the way they're playing and the defense, they got Joey Bosa. He's even saying to himself,
Yeah.
dude, I have to play like the maestro I was last year, even with the good defense, because I know this year, as much as I love my glorious Chiefs, this is the year Josh Allen. This is the
Okay,
year
that's
Josh Allen or Lamar breaks through.
right.
This is the year. This is just that one year. Like Brady, right? You had Eli break through a couple times. Even with Brady, you had Joe Flacco break through and win a Super Bowl. Nigga,
Yep. Yep.
you literally had Joe Flacco win a Super Bowl. They beat us in the playoffs. Went to win a Super Bowl. So I think this year with the Eagles, right? It comes down to the fact of, can this Eagles defense hold up throughout the rest of the season against contenders? Which the Rams today, that offense showed they were contenders today. Absolutely. And Kyron Williams was at the helm with 2 touchdowns, and he had a lot of good plays today. Kyron Williams was the focal point of that offense. But I will say, Chiefs have the ball right now on the New York Giants 36, 4th and 10. They're punting already. Not a good sign. But
No,
Nero.
actually, 54-yard field goal attempt. Actually,
Oh, they did.
they're attempting a field goal right now, and he
Missed it, probably.
barely made it. Hit
Re-
off the crossbar. Went in.
See, I'm over here talking shit already, bro.
Oh, bullshit. 3-0 Chiefs. 3-0 Chiefs.
But I will say, Nero, this week, if you were an Eagles fan, brother,
Right.
with the defense, and when it comes to the defense, is it time to hit the panic button with the secondary?
That's a
Is
good
it?
question. That's a good question.
Puka Nakua and Devontae Adams was getting whatever they wanted today. So is it
Yeah.
time to hit the panic button with the secondary?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's kind of funny that we're talking about this now because I did mention that the matchup to look out for would be Devontae Adams and Quinyon Mitchell. And Quinyon Mitchell did get beat today. Though a couple times he was on him, he did get beat for a touchdown.
A
But that
healthy
also
amount.
shows more experience on, Devontae Adams and you know what I'm saying? But really, like you said, Amari, that Devontae Adams and Puka Nakua really they had no problem doing whatever they wanted to do. And quite frankly, the Eagles got bailed out a couple times because they actually were held a few times and they didn't get any calls called, especially that final drive that the Rams put together to try to go up and kick that field goal. So the Eagles got bailed out a few times, but I will say, yeah, that secondary, at least this week, it got exposed. It got exposed a little bit. It did get exposed a little bit. And now is it time to hit the panic button? Not necessarily, but whoever they play next week, because I haven't looked at the schedule. If the Chiefs, if the Eagles do struggle a little bit, giving up some yards through the air, you might want to really take a deep dive and get.
They play the Buccaneers next week.
They play the
Bucs defense, bro.
Yeah,
The Bucs defense
So-
has been stingy.
they are. So and honestly, Baker Mayfield and his receiving corps, they did beat the Bucs last year
Cooking.
early on in the year.
Cooking.
They could. So honestly, hey, if the Eagles can't contain Evans and Emeka Egbuka, or even so, if Emeka Egbuka were to have like that, and he's already stood out, but if he were to have that standout game against the defending champions, and the Bucs somehow upset the Eagles and win, hypothetically,
Yep.
you might want to go back to the drawing board and find and possibly find some soul searching with that secondary.
Right.
Going into week 5 if that were to occur. So it's not necessarily it's not necessarily panic mode. Well, let's see what happens next week because if it were to get bad next week, I think you might panic just the eensy beat. Just the eensy bit.
And do you think that okay, well, we're gonna stand on business right here. So what we're gonna do is clap it up real quick. 1, 2, 3. Let's get negative.
Get negative, Negua.
Is it time we start questioning?
Yeah.
How good Devontae Smith might be?
I mean, quite frankly, he's always been a stud. It's just a nigga can't get the ball to him. To be fair, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I was rage baiting right there, but I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If a nigga could get the ball to Devontae Smith, like how he was getting the ball his first couple years in the league, you see what Devontae Smith can do. All it is Jalen Hurts got to get the ball to him. No bullshit. That's it. When Devontae Smith has the ball in his hands, and you saw it last week when they played the Chiefs on that on that go route that he converted to get inside the 5-yard line. It's literally the same play he made 2 years ago on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs on a go route to get the ball to jump the DB and catch it. He didn't score, but he got down at the 2. You know what I'm saying? He can make those plays. He's fragile, and when I say fragile, he's a stick. But the nigga could go up and catch a pass. The nigga won the Heisman. He won the Heisman Trophy for a reason, Chad.
And he can take some hits now too. He got hit. He got hit kind of hard today, and he kind of got hit in the head, low key.
Type shit, yeah.
But he took it, stood back up, whatever.
Nah, facts. And what did Amari say earlier? Devontae Smith had one of the greatest seasons ever for a wide receiver to lead to a Heisman Trophy, right?
A wide receiver too.
Yeah.
A wide receiver too. Exactly. The wide receiver 1 got hurt early on in the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
if you saw what the nigga did in college at a prestigious school like Alabama, won the Heisman, won the national championship, boom. He gets to the NFL, he's still doing his thing. He's the only Alabama player to ever win a national championship. That says something, right? That's crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
crazy,
Yeah.
right? Devontae Smith is the only Alabama player ever to win a national championship. And Alabama has all these niggas that have gone to the NFL, have won national championships in college. You know, the Derrick Henrys, even so, the Jalen Hurts, blah, 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 like that, Jalen Hurts was in Alabama, but he ended up finishing at Oklahoma, so he low-key don't count, sadly. But, like, that's the only player right now? Come on, you can't tell me that nigga don't get that nigga isn't on some shit. Just get the nigga the ball. If you get the nigga the ball, open space, he can do his shit. Jalen Hurts just got to get him and even AJ Brown, but especially him. This nigga's nice. Get him the ball. Get him more opportunities. If you get him more opportunities, he's going to do well, exceed, and they're going to win. But if you ain't giving him the ball and he's just running cardio the whole fucking game, what's the fucking point of being out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
Now, what I will say too, because I know you're kind of like, iffy about my dad's perspective, and I'm somewhat iffy about my dad's perspective too, because the thing about my dad is that he truly believes that Jalen Hurts right now is number 2 in the league, only behind Pat Mahomes.
Why is he lying to himself, poor guy?
Because the thing is, to him, wins matter to that degree. Right. And he's like,
your dad was 100% right whenever I used to hear his voice, but now he's like 99.9. I don't know how to feel.
It's like basically he said, I want my quarterback to win. And the only quarterback I take over Hurts right now is Patrick Mahomes. And that yada yada yada. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to.
I mean, you put Joe Burrow on the Eagles offense. That shit would look the most legendary offense in history. You put Joe Burrow on the Eagles. Oh my God, you put Joe Burrow on the Eagles. Nigga, I get hard. You put Joe Burrow on the Eagles, I get hard. Like, that shit would make me hard as a grown man. No homo. She would make me hard.
I ain't gonna hold, like, if you really think about
it. Joe Burrow with that offensive line, with Saquon Barkley, with AJ Brown, with Devontae Smith, I would get so hard. Brittany would question, like, what is going on with you? Like,
that might be the greatest show on turf.
She'd be like, did you take a blue chew? And I'd be like, hell no, it's just Joe Burrow on the Eagles. Like,
right, type shit.
I wouldn't be able how to explain that. And then she'd be like, you were gay. And I'd be like, no, Joe Burrow was just like that.
But quite frankly, like, if you think about it, Joe Burrow in that offense, it could, and if it all goes well, that could be the greatest show on turf part 2. Real shit. With that gunslinger and those receivers and a tight end, right? Like, and especially the greatest show on earth on turf didn't have a crazy tight end, right? But you add a tight end into that.
I said the Packers lost.
A rock solid offensive line, nigga.
Right.
That's a team.
Right.
A team with an old 41-year-old journeyman quarterback. Get out of here.
He's talking about my cousin who's a Packers fan who tries.
Nah, your dad, I love your dad, bro. He be talking this shit for sure. He's speaking facts, bro. He's speaking facts, though. I can't lie. He's speaking facts for real. He's talking his shit. He's speaking facts.
That did happen. They did lose to the Browns.
That did happen, bro. That did happen.
I will say the biggest upset of the day. That was arguably the biggest upset of the day. No cap. And to only put up 10 points on a Browns team that was 0-2 and that could very well vie for the number 1 pick right now, if anything, that was bad.
Well, I'll be real. I don't think the question about the Browns has ever been the defense in the past 5 years.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's a question of injuries and a question of who the fuck's going to be the quarterback every year. Like, it's been since Nero and I have been kids, bro. We've seen Johnny Manziel, Josh McCown, Brian Hoyer, Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, Tyrod Taylor, Oh, yeah, I'd like, dude. Well, not
Tim
Tyrod.
Couch,
Yeah,
Deshaun
Tim Couch.
Kaiser.
Yeah,
The number one pick.
Tim Couch, Ryan Leaf. Like, do I need to keep going on? Like you've seen nothing work to this point, and the only hope you got is that Shador Sanders or Dillian Gabriel shows
Absolutely.
anything more of a half of a flash than what Joe Flacco ever was. And I feel like that's what they're searching for and what
Yes.
they're waiting for. And when Joe Flacco obviously shits the bed again,
Mm.
I feel like at that point they're going to be like, Gabriel Sanders, it's time. Start warming up. Because
Yeah. Real
Yeah.
it
quick.
just gets to that point. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Right.
your dad has a point, though. I do
No,
think your
facts.
dad has a very, very good point.
He does have a very solid point, and it's crazy enough, mind you, Chad. This organization of the Browns, this is the new Cleveland
Where's your
Browns.
red folder?
The
Absolutely.
Cleveland
Yep.
Browns that were assembled in 1999. This was the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns were assembled just a few months before Amari was born, and I was born
Yep.
in 2000, so a few months as well. The Browns have had 67 starting quarterbacks in 26 years. They have not had an answer at quarterback. And when you think they've had an answer, it never ends up being the answer. So that's the only thing in their existence that has held the team back, right?
Yep.
It still continues to this day. But mind you, even when that struggle still continues, they somehow find a way to beat a team like the Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
NFL is inevitable. It's any given
And
fucking Sunday in the
Yep.
NFL.
because I saw the score was only like 3-0, and I was like, oh man.
Right. And then it was
Oh,
10 to
man.
nothing. It was 10 to nothing Packers, and the Browns scored 13 unanswered and won the game.
Oh man.
I tell you, Vinatieri, get
Yep.
him the fuck out of here, guys.
But before we get out of here to this Giants Chiefs game, guys, I gotta talk about this man real quick. 'Cause y'all niggas laughed at me last week. Daniel Jones!
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones! Y'all laughed at me. Yo, keep laughing, bro. Y'all laughed at me last week. You know what? I took
said
that with a
he
grain
go
of salt. You know, I didn't take it personal. I was just cool. Like, I did my research. I did my film watching on Daniel Jones. I did everything. I went even dug back a little bit in the All-22 for when Daniel Jones was in his playoff year with the Giants. I even dug back a little bit. I even turned back the clock. And, you know, and nobody wanted to see me win. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Take my boys this week.
Right.
Take Daniel Jones. Them boys put up another 40 ball. Talk about Daniel Jones.
nigga,
You
they
give him an
should.
offense. He's
It's
going to get there. No. He's going to score points. Jonathan Taylor, he goes points. Michael Pittman, all them niggas, Alec Pierce. No, we here. The Daniel Jones era is here. I'm going to defend that man till the end of the earth. Fuck a Tommy DeVito. You feel me?
Daniel Jones.
The Patriots should have got Daniel Jones to have a quarterback battle with Drake May just to see what Drake May is really about. I guarantee you, right now, Daniel Jones got something to prove. And y'all gave that man an offense. You gave that man an offense. And look at what's happening when you gave that man the right tools. You gave that man an offensive line. You give him a defense. Look, you give him a real wide receiver number 1. You give him a real 2 and 3.
Right.
He hasn't, bro, this man hasn't ever had that in his career. He don't know what to do with it.
Right.
Other than throw touchdowns. He don't know what to do with it.
No, you're right.
I'm
right.
telling y'all, Daniel Jones right now is proving to the world why he belonged where he was picked at. He really is.
Right.
He really is.
All it took for him is really get in a good situation with a guy who knows offense in Shane Steichen, but also knows how to utilize his abilities. And he has a decent offensive line to the point at least you have a Hall of Famer in Quentin Nelson, and you have some solid guys up front, and you have some great skill position players. Hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like if he's winning a good situation, he can excel. And look what he's done. Excelled. So, you know.
Now,
You're right.
And was laughing. Connor was laughing. I try to tell niggas.
Ooh, wait.
Oh no, you was laughing. You was laughing.
Laughing when?
Yeah, when I said Daniel Jones was top 5 currently right now, you was laughing. You was laughing.
What? When we did the pod like last?
Yeah. Oh, you was chuckling like Chucky on Friday.
said-
You was like,
on Friday.
Yeah.
put Daniel Jones in my top 5. What are you
Yeah,
talking
Daniel
about?
Jones.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on,
nah,
hold
you
on,
was
hold on,
laughing.
hold
When I
on.
said he was top 5, he was laughing. Now the
I put
film's
him in my
there.
top 5.
Yeah, let's
Whoa,
get
whoa,
negative.
whoa,
Let's get
whoa. Wow.
negative.
I put him in my top 5. What are we talking about here?
Nah, you hesitated. Y'all niggas all double back and hesitated. I remember.
I'll tell you, I didn't have him
on
in my top 5. I had him at 6.
Yeah,
ain't
I
double back
remember.
on
I
nothing.
remember Nero had him at 6.
No,
I got 6.
And you said it was too early to start putting that man in these conversations.
Nah,
And
but
this
but
week,
he had him in
I'ma
the top
just
5,
let the
so he
stats
did.
in the play. Yo, this week, I'ma just let that do the talking, bro. This week, I'ma just let
Look,
the numbers and what they did this week do the talking, bro. Cause, hey, man, that man 3-0, bro.
he is.
That man 3-0.
Right.
Y'all
He
can't
is.
take nothing away from him right now. So, with that being said,
Mhm.
y'all gotta stand on business. There's gonna be a clip too. Hey,
Okay.
are the Colts gonna make the wild card? I'm gonna say right now they're gonna make the wild card because I already said it before, so I'm gonna double down. Actually,
They might win
I'm gonna
that
quadruple
division.
down.
They're going to win that division.
They're gonna win that division and make the
Yeah.
wild card.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
They're
Because if
going
Joe
to
Burrow is
win
out
that
for 3
division.
months, good luck to the Bengals, nigga. I'll tell you that. If the Patriots look any bad as they did on offense today, next week, and a couple of the weeks following, good luck to them trying to chase the Colts, who have a real offense and a real defense with a real coach. So the Patriots got to figure it the fuck out real soon. And the Chiefs are 0-2. And they're literally up 3 points on the Giants, who literally are in driving distance of winning this game.
Yes.
Like literally scoring. So yeah. I don't know. Like, it's tough to say, but Daniel Jones right now can't be outside of anybody's top 5. I just after this week,
Not right now. No.
can't. If you have him 5, I ain't gonna be mad at you. But I tried to give y'all niggas a chance earlier last week. You know what I mean? But
Jordan Love is out that top 5.
Oh,
Jordan
after
Love
this
is out
week,
that top 5.
no, bro. He went up against the Browns defense, who held Joe Burrow to 113.
Yeah.
Bro, they held Joe Burrow to 113 yards. What did you think was going to happen to the rest of the league, bro? They held the man who was the best quarterback in the league last year to 113 yards and a touchdown. What did you think? The Browns defense has never been bad. It's never been a question of the Browns defense. It's literally always been, can they put an offense together to score points? And they've never been able to do that. The Browns defense has never been a question in anybody's mind.
Now,
and it's not just because they have it's not just because they have Myles Garrett, bro. They got Grant Delpit, Denzel Ward, a crazy linebacking core that's very underrated. Jeremiah Kara something Owusu. I forget his.
Yeah, no, but he's not playing this year.
He's not playing this year, but he's still a dog. Like they've had the guys, but injuries have been a problem. And I know Dante is saying the Colts are gonna go 9-8. But what Dante don't realize
he's
is
saying it.
Dante, honestly, he knows ball. So I kind of get it. I can understand his sentiment. So you know what I mean?
He also has some more stuff that he said as well, just to let you know.
Go ahead. Yeah. Tap us in. Let's talk to the chat.
He said, yo, this is Dante that Colts go 9-8. He said,
and then he said, like the Steelers. Oh.
He said, like the Steelers. I got you. Oh, it's not showing up? Oh, okay, there you go. Like the Steelers.
I think it's because we were pressing it at the same time.
At the same time. Fact.
Yeah.
Like the Steelers. The Packers suck, not going to lie. He said the same thing again. This is Dante. We know you. We know who you are, Kaish. And then he also said one last thing: the Ravens are winning the Super Bowl. That's what he said.
Yeah, Dante, we wish you were here, but you might be. It might be a little late, but
Andrew from our Bay State Media chat as well also tuned in. He said he said some shit. He said Drake May was stupid on that phone, just standing around like a dummy.
Yeah, like who are you talking to, bro? Josh McDaniels is right there.
I'm actually pissed off at Drake May. What he did today is unacceptable. And then finally, he said the Patriots game today pissed me off so much I was yelling at the TV. 5 turnovers. Yeah, trust, bro. I was as well. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. But the Patriots definitely got a lot to go back to the drawing board. But so does a lot of these teams. And right now, you're looking at the Chiefs team, who's literally up by 3 points on the fucking Giants. So that will tell you everything you need to know about the fucking team that went to the Super Bowl last
Yeah.
year, which I repeatedly said to a lot of people, even in a true Chiefs group chat, which, oh, yeah, shout out to Chiefs Capital for being a delusional ass nigga. And I don't care about saying this on the record because you are a delusional ass nigga. I told y'all niggas we're not winning. Like, we're not winning the division, bro. It's not fucking happening. It's not happening. So you niggas can fucking sit and dream all you want. You niggas can sit here and tell me, oh, yeah, well, no, my pussy hurts. Hey, my pussy hurts. I don't want us to lose.
Yo,
Oh,
this
finger myself. I'm gonna stick a rose in my pussy. Yo, fuck y'all niggas, bro. I hate being a Chiefs fan sometimes because y'all niggas make me look bad. Yo, y'all niggas should have been realistic about last year when we had 14 one-score games and barely won 14 games last year. So I want niggas to realize and really realize last year we weren't that good last year. So what made y'all think with the same fucking team this year we were gonna be that good? Nigga, we very well might go 0-5. That is a real fucking possibility. And Chiefs fans just dilly dallying. Oh, we're gonna get it right. We're gonna turn it around. We're just gonna do this with the same team from last year with the same injury problems. Yo, niggas be stupid, delusional. That's why I say Patriots fans, they was in that delusional shit. When Brady tore his ACL and Matt Castle had to come in, y'all niggas were saying the same shit. I remember when I was a kid, y'all niggas were saying the same shit. Oh, we're not gonna go to the Super Bowl. We're not gonna do this and yada yada yada. There were some fans like that, and then there was the other half of the fans. Oh well, he sat behind Tom Brady and he did. Nigga, he's not Tom Brady. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Yo, you Chiefs fans, yo, you really make me sick as fuck. Like, it makes me sick as fuck. I've been a Chiefs fan my whole life. And you niggas doing this shit, the same shit that Patriots fans, bro. It makes me sick to my stomach, bro. Sick to my stomach, dog. That I'm literally watching this game on my TV and it's 3-0. We should be up 20-0.
right.
It's not. I don't even want to say this, but I'm about to say it. This is crazy. I'm about to use streamer lingo. It's not clocking it, niggas. It's not clocking. That T? Hold up. Not clocking it, niggas. It's not.
Right. No bullshit.
But with that being said, as RJ said, the Pats O line, yeah, it was tough. But Will Campbell was definitely a bright spot. If you watch the individual, or if you just watch the line or watch anything beyond just Drake Mays stepping back to pass, like Will Campbell actually did a great job today.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know if they go back to back. That offense wasn't constructed correctly. That last year Brady was here. I'm not really sure.
Oh no, he's talking about 08. He's talking about 08 if Brady didn't get hurt. How's he talking about?
Oh yeah, but he did though. We can't have hypotheticals though.
Yeah.
He literally tore his ACL, so we can say whatever we want. But I'm not gonna lie. To be honest with you, if you remember that year, they probably weren't going to the Super Bowl. To be real with you, because all them teams literally got a good defense to stop Tom Brady in them that year. And our defense was elite, the best in the league, literally, probably at that time, or top 5 minimum. But I can vividly remember, like, they were just like, no. Like, once Brady tore his ACL, it was everybody else's crib at that point in 2009. Legit. It was wide open. Like, once Brady tore his ACL, that was it. Right. He was already 9 years in with a couple Super Bowls. Like, niggas were doing everything they could to stop him and that team. Like, they're lucky he tore his ACL. I get what he's saying, but I don't think they would have won that year because a lot of those teams in the offseason that year shored up their defense to make sure they could stop the Patriots. Yeah, nigga, we can do hypotheticals all we want. I could sit here and say, what if we won the Super Bowl last year? Like, hypotheticals, like, yeah, I get it. Like, we can sit here and hypothetical all day. But if you look at the numbers and the stats from literally when up until the point when Brady was out, and then you look at the stats of the Pats after, like, there's nothing that probably would have made a difference. Mm-hmm. They had the same defense. It was literally just Tom Brady and Matt Castle. Like, I get it. If Tom Brady was in there, yes, you have more of a chance. But that specific year, they literally made defenses to design to stop Tom Brady. That's why Tom Brady got hurt. I think that's what people are forgetting. Oh, yeah. But Truz1K said, the Eagles this year are so far as good as the Chiefs last year, which is the truth. This has been shown the last 3 games. It's basically the same, both teams trying to make history after winning a championship, but barely making these teams.
Right.
And you are going to fall subject to the same shit we fell subject to last year. It's okay,
Right.
bro. You won last year. Take it. Just take a year off. We're taking a year off. You can take a year off with me. We can go to Cabo. We can go to Mexico City. We can go to Cancun. We can go to Europe. We can go to Amsterdam. We can go to Paris. We can go to fucking Spain. You want to go see Lamine Yamal score? Like, we can go do that. But winning a Super Bowl and like going to the Super Bowl this year, like neither one of us, like, no, it's not happening. So I would like for you to actually like realize that and be like, oh, hey, my fellow
I mean, I
my
still don't know
fellow
what to
football fan,
expect.
we're in this together. Like, we're supposed to be in this losing gap together.
Right.
And you just over here riding off the coattails of last year. We paved the way for y'all niggas. We had to beat y'all once. Nah, I'm just talking shit. Sorry. That was rage bait. That was rage bait. I'm not gonna lie. I did not mean that. That was shit. But yeah, long story short, Ant, I guess I will say, for the both of you guys, Ant and Nero, how are we looking at the future of this Eagles team moving forward? And I know RJ just said, well, also the player that injured him was a pretty dirty player.
Shout out to
Okay.
Bernard Pollard.
Like, Bernard Pollard wasn't dirty, bro. It was back when you can hit people. So you're going to consider it dirty now because you're used to these soft ass rules. You're literally going to consider it dirty now because you can't hit anybody. Bernard Pollard is not dirty.
But not honestly, all it really is with Bernard Pollard, he's just a nigga who tried to, when he hit you, he tried to hit you. Whether
Bro.
that was above the shoulders,
Yeah,
or
or
below.
low. It don't matter. He was gonna hit you. He was gonna hit you when it was legal to hit you. Now that it's not legal to hit nobody, of course you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, yada yada yada." Well, God forbid if Drake May had to go through half the fucking shit Tom Brady had to go through, which is on video. Tom Brady used to get lit the fuck up.
Right.
Like, I don't think people realize, like, Tom used to get trash, like full on parallel, legs and back to the fucking ground, like
right.
mid-air
They was
horizontal.
Like no cap.
And he's
like the
6'4", bro.
Real
He's
shit.
6'4".
Nah, hold on. I got you right now because
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up.
Pull
it up before we get out of here.
And there, the one hit that defines what Amari just said, I'm gonna show y'all right now because even y'all gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Excuse me. Amari got a point.
Shout out Dante.
Shout out to
You were supposed to be
yeah.
here tonight, but we gonna let you slide because we love you.
Hell yeah. Let me just shit before, because I know we're talking about football, we talk about the Eagles. But real quick, chat, let's go back in time, real quick, chat. Let's go back in time to over at this point, over 24 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to this
full screen on us. Full
screen. I got you right now. Let's get the full screen right
now.
now.
He loves you too, bro.
Let's get the full screen right now. No
love
cap.
you, Dante, bro. We'll see you next pod.
Hell yeah. Full screen it. Let me also put the sound on this, chat. Let me put the sound on this. That way you
Phil Hansen, who 11 years in the league can still run people down. Brady in trouble. Here comes the rush, and here's the hit.
You can't hit people like that no more.
Took his goddamn helmet off.
Yo, show the one. Yo, I know there's one specific. Yo, there's multiple actually. Forget one where he's been clean swept off his fucking feet in the pocket. Y'all, you gotta show them that to just to show the difference. Like Tom Brady getting hit in the pocket. Like, you gotta show the difference, bro. You can't touch nobody, bro. And the reason why Joe Burrow gets hurt is because he gets touched like this, bro.
You already saw
skip that. So yeah,
Brady's up. That's good to see.
Skip that one.
Looked like a knockout hit by Nate.
Yeah, look. Boom.
Khalil Mack.
You can't hit.
Good job by Brady moving in the pocket.
Look, watch. Boom.
Man,
you can't.
Yo,
pause.
I got you.
You can't hit niggas like that no more. You can't. They'll throw a flag for this.
You can't. And mind you, that Bernard Pollard hit literally changed everything. It changed everything because after Bernard Pollard hit Tom Brady like that, and he was out and he was out for the year. The next year is when they started throwing more rough in the passer flags.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that hit right there, that single hit started everything. So you could thank Bernard Pollard in a sense for starting that trend. Because if that would have never happened, hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can actually hit these niggas a little bit. Maybe you can actually make a tackle on the quarterback. Maybe you can put your hands up and run into him to prevent a pass. But now everything's ticky tacky. Oh, it's roughing the passer, roughing the passer, nigga. That ain't real football. It's not real football.
Right.
We're playing more real football now, high school level, and then once you get to college, nigga, that's where you start the shit with roughing the passer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It ain't the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same no more, bro. It's not. And mind you, this is 1 minute and 32 seconds. We can watch this shit all day. But if you see it right here, if you just search up Tom Brady gets dead compilation, you see all the hits. And mind you, I'm gonna like it right now.
RJ does
Absolutely.
agree though that there are some crazy hits that are that Brady took. So I mean, you know.
Nope.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, yeah. But long story short, chat, like RJ said, there's some crazy fucking hits he took. But with that being said, like now that you can't hit people, Jalen Hurts don't got no excuse. Justin Herbert don't got no excuse. A lot of these niggas don't got no excuse except for maybe like Joe Burrow because he literally can't throw the ball without being touched.
Right.
So, but yeah, Dante, we gotta get to this game in Discord for everybody. But
Facts.
shout out y'all. You know what? Real quick. You know what? Fuck it, Dante. Come join real quick. Come join. We'll do a quick roundtable. We got to do our job. You feel me? I don't want to be rude to the audience and everybody who comes to watch us and everybody who comes to watch our content. We got to stick to the script.
Absolutely.
Dante, come join us real quick. Please, bro. Quick. We're doing a little recap. But first game I would actually like to talk about after talking about a couple of those real quick is the Vikings, man. This Vikings game was I mean, I don't even BTA doesn't even do enough justice. Like I like the Vikings literally just outscored them in almost anything possible. Like
Right.
literally everything possible. There's not much to say about this game. Jake Browning had 140 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. The running game was non-existent. As a whole, they had less than 80 yards the whole entire game, and that was including Samaje Perine, Tawan Brooks, Jamar Chase Brown, and Jake Browning. All combined for less than 80 yards rushing on the ground. So when you have non-existent rushing game, that's the shit that fucking happens when that happens. But they had a total amount of passing yards was 118 for the Bengals, as opposing to through 183 for the Vikings. But the difference in the game was 53 rushing yards from the Bengals and 169 for the Vikings. Now, Isaiah Rodgers, absolute fucking masterclass. I think that Isaiah Rodgers is definitely someone that we should be discussing as a player who might be one of these bona fide players in the league. Like, genuinely, he might be one of those guys we might have to start keeping tabs on. Today definitely put Isaiah Rodgers more on notice, more than I thought, than before when I already knew who he was. I knew who he was before today, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
But
UMass legend. Hell yeah.
Yep, exactly. But shout out Greg, my boy, played at UMass, plays for Memphis. Just balled out last night. Me and Nero was watching. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a game where like, okay, you know what? All right, awesome. You contributed. Like, you got the contribution from other areas. And I think Isaiah Rodgers definitely had a game to be remembered for the Vikings. This is a game they should look at him, and he should be willing to play a lot of the majority of the snaps because he had 3 tackles. All of them were solo. He had an interception and 2 forced fumbles. Mind you, all game, this fucking Vikings defense had 5 fumbles, 5 forced fumbles. Now, chat, can this Vikings offense hold up with this Brian Flores defense and how many turnovers he's creating? Because as you're seeing like this year, as you're seeing like last year, shout out Dante for joining us. You have the Vikings right now, and they're here and they're present. They're making defensive stamps. They're making it known last year, 14-3. Who cares whether or not we had Sam Darnold? We are here. We're here to stay. Do you guys think this Vikings team is legit? Or they just went up against the Bengals and that was it? Open table discussion. Let's get after it.
Yeah, Dante, you started it.
I mean, I feel like, like the Bengals, like they don't have Joe Burrow, and T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. There's only so much that they can do. Like, it's not like they're blocking on the O line. It's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Absolutely.
I just feel like I feel like, they played against a bad O line, like, and not a great tight end. And T. Higgins, Jamar Chase are the only two things that they should have been scared of, and that's it. Because, who's the last name? Brown for the backup
Brown.
quarterback? Something like that?
Browning.
He's
yeah.
just.
Jake Browning. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Joe Burrow was in there, he'd probably be throwing for like 300. He'd probably put up 20 plus points. But yeah, I think it's just they just played the Bengals. But they're solid though. They're solid. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just
Yeah.
saying they played the Bengals.
I do agree with you. I think if Joe Burrow played, I think he would have made a difference. But the way that Brian Flores was throwing different looks all game,
Yeah.
formation wise, like, dude, honestly, Joe Burrow might have been doomed today. Like, just the way they were throwing looks and the way that the offense was scoring, like, even if you throw Joe Burrow in the mix, like, okay, some of those possessions that the Bengals had would definitely be a lot longer. But I think there should be a conversation of how can we get this guy, Jake Browning, posing the question, how can we get him to put us in a position to win games enough where we don't give up 48 points? Like, can he score enough points to keep us in the game and go battle for battle? And I think Joe Burrow is the very obvious witness of being able to do so. So with this Bengals game,
Mm-hmm.
after what you just said, Nero, and how do you guys feel about the Bengals moving forward? And can they actually redeem themselves from this? Or is this where the Vikings use it as a stepping stone to really get to where they need to be?
Not gonna lie. There's this one play that I saw. And it was kind of oof. It was on one of the Isaiah Rodgers forced fumbles, by the way, because he had two of them because he's apparently just that guy.
I feel like
Um,
you're talking about the first one. I
No,
feel like I
I'm
know what
talking
you're
about
about to say.
I'm talking about the second one.
Oh,
The
shit.
second
Okay,
one.
okay. I thought the first one was
It-
worse.
Oh, the first one was pretty bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Because
That
he
one was
just took it
really
straight
that
from
like
Noah
that first
Fant
one was
and
like,
ran
damn,
with
nigga.
it.
Oh, like you might
When
get
he
cut tomorrow. Like
he took it straight from Noah Fant, said, "Give me that."
yeah,
Just
yeah.
ran with it. Like, that
Like if
was
I was a
oof.
coach and saw that, I'd be like, Fant, what you want for a
We
trade?
not be
Because I'll
Right.
trade you
serious.
for a third
Right.
rounder right now.
Yeah.
You remember?
But the second forced fumble that Isaiah Rodgers had, this one was oof. The play itself was oof. Jake Browning is going and he's scrambling, he's trying to find someone open and whatever. And at some point, he starts scrambling to the point where he's past the line of scrimmage.
Mhm.
And I'm
Mhm.
watching the play where I'm like, okay, he's past the line of scrimmage. He's gonna have to run now. And he had enough room where he probably could have got a first down if he decided to just keep on running.
Right.
You know what Jake Browning does?
Mhm.
Throw the ball past the line of scrimmage, which added on another penalty because they already had I think a holding penalty or something on that play. It adds on another penalty, and I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Right.
Yeah.
How do you make that mistake where you're past the line of scrimmage and he's still in throwing motion? I thought he was going to transition into, okay, I gotta get this first down. No, he throws it to Jamar Chase, and I'm like, that's another penalty if I'm not mistaken. And then Jamar Chase catches it, and he gets tackled and then gets stripped by Isaiah Rodgers. Pause. You know, in
Chiefs up
Isaiah
6-0.
Rodgers.
Score alert.
Yes, they got another field goal.
Oh my gosh.
But
They just missed the field goal.
Isaiah Rogers forces another fumble. But on that play itself, if that's Jake Browning's IQ, which I hope it's not, but if it is, yikes.
Bengals are cooked.
What?
Yeah, send his ass to the UFL. No bullshit.
Yep.
Like, it's gonna look pretty ugly. I ain't gonna know. It's not gonna look very nice. That's all I gotta say about that. And I know because I told Holder this after our last pod last week when we were talking about the Bengals might be in trouble. We might have a lot of let's get negatives about them. Matter of fact, we're getting negative right now.
Let's get negative,
It's
man.
not
Hell yeah.
that good. Jake Browning is not great. He does not bring me any type of hope for that Bengals offense. DeMar,
No.
like what Dante said, DeMar Chase and T. Higgins could have tried all their best. Jake
Yeah,
Browning
that's
is
like
not good. He's not good. And the Bengals just did not look good in that game. Like Amari said, five fumbles, at least like one or two picks. Like the Vikings defense was all over them. Isaiah Rogers had a pick 6 in this game also.
yeah.
It just looked really bad. And if they have another game like that, and the Bengals schedule is not easy.
No,
It's not. So if they have more games like this, I'm sorry, Holder. And like I told the Holder after our pod last night that
tank.
they might be cooked. He was like, no, Jake Brown is gonna be that guy, man. Jake Brown, don't you remember 2023 when Joe Burrow got hurt? Jake Brown did decent, Jake Brown is gonna be that guy. No.
Not at all.
No. This ain't 2023 no more. This is
Yeah, this is
2025.
2025. Yeah.
And after that performance, yeah, good night.
Yeah, get him the fuck out.
Jeez. That's all I gotta say. Jake Brown is
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
it.
took the words right out of my mouth. I'll tell you that. Shit ain't it.
Yeah,
That's
for
all I
sure.
gotta say. Shit ain't
I
it.
didn't watch a lot of the game, but I just saw the score like, damn, 34-3 at halftime or something like that.
Yeah, it
Like-
was a good thing you didn't watch a lot of that game. No bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Bengals fan. I'm
Yeah.
It
actually
wasn't nothing to watch. No bullshit.
There was
actually
nothing to
glorifying
watch.
seeing the Bengals lose. That means the
Nah.
Ravens are
Yeah,
gonna
there was
hopefully be at the
nothing to
top.
watch.
Mhm.
But like what RJ said, hell, the Bengals need to hire people off the streets for that online.
Yeah, they really do.
I
I'll
mean-
call my cousin tomorrow. Big ass.
No bullshit. And I will say that that Orlando Brown signing has not worked out one bit.
Because that nigga's old. Like what?
I'm telling you,
He's like 30.
Yeah, fact, but it just goes to show you that when he was in Baltimore, and especially when he was in Kansas City, a lot of his weaknesses did not get exposed because of how his coaches knew how to use them.
Right.
He's in a situation right now in Baltimore where they don't know what the fuck they're doing with that O-line. And it's been for the last 5 years, whoever that coach is hasn't helped Joe Burrow one bit because it has to be coaching with that O-line because Orlando Brown has not looked great. The whole offensive line, the two guards in the center looks pitiful. And then Mims, their second year right tackle, they're not teaching him properly because he's getting butchered too. Like that whole line is a mess. No cap. It's similar to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? It's similar.
Yeah.
It's similar vibes to their both old lines. Like they really like any guys that they've drafted or signed. It just hasn't worked out because of coaching. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But whoever's playing quarterback for the Bengals, whether it's Burrow, whether it's Browning, just know you're fighting for your life. No bullshit.
Yeah,
you're
like
really fighting for your life back there. No cap. That's all I got to say. It's pitiful. Pitiful shit.
It's bad. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's bad. I do agree, but I will say breaking news on End Zone Express real quick before we get out of here. Cardinals running back James Conner is believed to have suffered a season-ending right ankle injury, per ESPN's Josh Weinfuss, which means James Conner,
Man.
the Cardinals.
My-
That's a huge blow to that offense. It's a lot they'd have to go back to the drawing board and look at, but that is the breaking news right now. James Conner, Cardinals running back,
Yeah.
is believed to have suffered a season-ending right ankle injury per ESPN's Josh Weinfuss. So,
And
Well,
I
it's Trey
saw
Benson
it
time.
with that
because
being said,
he,
I also want to announce another piece real quick.
oh
It looks like, and it does look like, Christian Gonzalez, there is potential he could play next week. That is on the table. It's been rumored on Twitter. I've seen a couple rumblings amongst a couple reporters and a couple people who are affiliated with these reporters. So there is a rumor that Christian Gonzalez potentially could play this week. I think it
Okay.
needs to be taken with a grain of fucking salt because it could be fucking false. I have no idea, but it is a rumbling that I don't think should probably be. Well, actually, it is a rumbling I think should be taken with a grain of salt, but I wouldn't rule it completely out because he's been out the past 3 weeks.
Right.
So, yeah, Christian Gonzalez is someone to look out for. Absolutely. And the Patriots, we have a film breakdown for you guys this week. Endzone Express, you already know, we'll have a more in-depth pod for you guys. We're going to dive into all the
yeah.
games this week, give you guys some stats, give you guys some insights, give you guys some insider analysis. Now, what I want to say is real quick, because we're going to turn this show into some sort of a fantasy reaction show too. I'll tell you one thing. This week, my fantasy surprise for all of y'all, and you can put the board up here. Fantasy surprise for all y'all who have a fantasy team. Right now, my fantasy surprise has been Jake Ferguson. Today, that boy had 13 catches today. Nobody in their right
13.
mind probably thought Jake Ferguson was going to go off today, but I knew because they was going up against Chicago,
Right.
who had Jalen Johnson out, their number
Mm.
one defensive player, literally their best defensive player,
Right.
Yeah.
was gone today. So I kind of figured, all right, you know what? Let me start this thing. You feel me? Like, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me start some Jake Ferguson. He's going to find his way in the end zone today.
Right.
And
Right.
sure enough, he didn't find his way in the end zone. But,
Big butts. Big butts going on right now.
and I cannot lie, but I will say,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he had an amazing day today, dude. He had 21.2 fantasy points, 13 receptions for 82 yards. Next week, the Cowboys go up against. And do you want to say it for us or no?
I'm a searching. Drum roll, please. The Micah Parsons led Green Bay Packers.
Yes. Sir. So them boys is going up against Green Bay next week. Might not be a whole-handedly a finish they want, but it'll be a banger. It'll be a shootout. I know Jordan Love is gonna come through and have something to prove. So, with that being
And the
said,
game's
y'all,
in Dallas.
it's in Dallas. The Cowboys have a chance to redeem themselves. Jordan Love has to redeem himself. I know there's some injuries, and Jaden Reed, as we know, is on my ban list. Fuck that little nigga who is literally shorter than me. I don't know how he made it to the NFL, but I guess whatever the fuck, it is what it is. But somehow, some way, he's in the NFL, and somehow, some way, he's still on my ban list for the third straight year in a row. So, with that being said, fantasy this week,
Yeah.
I will tell you guys a person that I got on my radar next week. You guys ready? You guys want to hear this?
Yep.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit of like a I guess like a sleeper type of pick. But I'll tell you one thing, bro. I think CJ Stroud is going to have a day next week, brothers. I think CJ Stroud is going to come back next week against the Titans, and he's going to show why he was one of the best quarterbacks last year, top 10 quarterback as a rookie. I know he struggled. The Texans have struggled. They haven't done necessarily their best. But this is a game next week where I see CJ Stroud. For anybody that is a CJ Stroud fantasy owner, please start CJ Stroud next week. They are going up against the Titans defense, who just can't seem to put a lid on the defense. Can't put a cap on it. So please, next week, those who have CJ Stroud in fantasy, start CJ Stroud. If you don't, I guess what? I'm just going to talk shit to you while you're in my comments next week in post game or pre game. So better start CJ Stroud. Can't say I didn't say so. Now, with each of you guys, if you guys play fantasy, which one this week is your sleeper starter? Don't pick an obvious one like Jamar Chase or AJ Brown. Who is your sleeper starter this upcoming week? And if you need some help, I'll help you out. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Narrow, kick it off.
I would say my sleeper starter for next week would probably have to be Khalil Shakir because he's going up against the New Orleans Saints, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, you know who his quarterback is since he plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
Don't have to say his name. You should already know, football fans.
Mhm.
With that being said, with a team like the New Orleans Saints that just got, their ass kicked, similar to the Bengals, I would look for Khalil Shakir to have a good game. Hopefully gets over the 100-yard mark. Excuse me. Hopefully can get closer to 10 catches, and hopefully can grab a touchdown so he can get close to 25 points. If you have Khalil Shakir in any of your leagues or even on your team like I do, expect big things for Khalil Shakir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Khalil Shakir, absolutely. And what do you think, brother? Well, next week, who's your fantasy sleeper?
Fantasy sleeper that I could probably put out there. I'll come back to me. I'll think of one.
So many good options.
You know what? I would say I'm gonna say Ted McMillan because I feel
Okay.
like he's just due.
Damn, yo, I like that. Yo, honestly, I
way.
like that.
Yeah, the
They're
I
playing
feel
the
Giants
like
were, I
Pats
he's
think.
next
due.
week. I like that, especially if Gonzo doesn't play. I like it. Yo, talk to me. Yo, talk your shit, yeah. Talk your shit, eh? I like that.
And the Giants just got a touchdown.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
I told
did.
you we suck. I told you, but
Cam
you know,
Scatterbo.
It's Cam Scatterbo.
yeah, I told you we suck. But you know,
And he
continue your
just did a
thought so we can get to
backflip. What
Dante
are we
real
doing?
quick.
Yeah.
Continue your thought so we can get to Dante real quick.
But yeah, I think Ted McMillan's gonna have a pretty good game next week. The Panthers, they whooped the Falcons
Oh,
today. They really did. They whooped the Falcons. Bryce
I
Young,
mean, it's
he's
the
looking better.
Falcons.
I mean, you can say that to a degree,
Yeah,
but
on paper they're a
considering
very good
what,
team.
on
Teams are
paper
really
they're a
good.
good team,
Yeah.
and we saw kind of what they did to the Vikings. Even though the Vikings offense is iffy,
Right.
JJ McCarthy had whatever. I will say the fact what they did to the Falcons was pretty nasty, and especially since like we were expecting it to be a close game, considering it's the Panthers. So like
Yeah.
the fact that the Panthers did them like that, I mean Bryce Young might be improving,
Right.
and if
Definitely.
he's able to get the ball to McMillan, it could be gnarly. And if he, I mean, not to say Bryce Young is going to go stupid on the pass defense, because I feel like the pass defense is not like any
Mhm.
pushovers.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I feel like Bryce Young could have a decent game, and which will involve Ted McMillan. And like you guys said, if Christian Gonzalez not playing, that could open up for Ted McMillan. So I mean, I'm just saying, Ted McMillan could have a decent day
Right.
next week.
All right.
Yeah. Dante, yeah, talk to us, bro. Hey, it's your turn. You're the last one.
My
your boy.
sleeper starter in fantasy is Brees Hall. Mainly because they are
Wow.
going against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins' run defense is not great. You saw how they played against the Bills.
Bro knows
It wasn't
ball,
great.
yo. That shit is crazy.
And they utilize him a lot in week 1 against the Steelers, and the Steelers have a good defense. So we're gonna see how he plays against the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins don't have a great rush defense, or just a good defense in general. So I'm interested to see how he does, and I think he's gonna do good. So that's all I'm saying.
Shout out Dante. This nigga knows
Dante.
ball. Clap it up real quick, chat. Yo, honestly, that was like a sleeper pick. I honestly didn't really expect you to come out with, but honestly, that was a great pick because I saw somebody on Facebook actually say they got like a big day for Brees Hall on DraftKings next week.
Yeah,
So that was a very, very good take. I do think with the way that the Patriots defense has played against running backs, like that is a very, very good take for this upcoming week, bro. Shout out Dante, yo, for clocking in with niggas real quick. You know, I mean, you know, it's late. You got school tomorrow. You know what I mean? He's
nah,
out
I'm
here
off
getting
tomorrow.
his bread. He's out here getting educated. Y'all feel me? You know what I mean? He's coming in here talking some football with y'all. But yo,
Yeah.
I'm off tomorrow.
what'd you say? What'd you say,
I'm
Dante?
off
He's
tomorrow.
off
We
of
got
school.
teacher in service tomorrow, so I don't got no
Oh,
school. Yes,
lit,
sir.
lit. And you know what tomorrow is, right? Monday Night Football, my boy.
Hell yeah.
We gonna see you on pregame show tomorrow, my boy.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, chat. Like Brian
Chat,
said, yo, Nero, bro.
before we
Yo,
go,
niggas is spanking your ass. Oh, he got that
yeah,
Lamar, okay, Dante.
yeah,
But Nero,
shout out to
yo, he's
Brian. Shout
spanking
out to my
your
guy
shit.
Brian.
Pause.
So in
Okay, I
my
got
other
2.
league with my Lexington boys, as you can see, you know, I went to school, Lexington. He's also from Waltham, so you might know Amari.
Yeah, shout out Senor Posada.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out
Yeah,
Senor.
I'm currently losing to him 99-30 to an 86-62. That Cam Scatterboot touchdown just helped his ass out. So shout out to Brian. He also did say that James Conner is out for the season. Yeah, no, we already talked about that. Yeah, shout out to Brian. The game ain't over yet, nigga. So if I do come back and win, nigga, hey,
Yeah, it's not over.
no
It ain't
bullshit,
over
nigga.
yet.
I got the belt right here. So when I see you, nigga, who? You already know what the fuck we doing, Kaish. You already know what the fuck we doing, Kaish.
You feel me? But with that being said, guys, welcome to another edition of the Bay State Media Red Zone post game show. Thank you guys for coming through. Shout out Dante for pulling up on us as per usual. Shout out Ant and Nero for being here as per usual. With that being said, shout out Bay State Media. And you already know 3, 2, 1. Let's get negative. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
Good night, Chad.
Good night, chat. Catch you.